Welcome everybody watching the VOD. Just sending out announcements here. Checking something really quick before I... Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's just jump right into this. Let's just... Yo! Good to see you, Mute McCash. Yep. This will be a really short one, but it's good to have you nonetheless. I'm just going to be, doing an attempt as though I were actually in the marathon right now. I'm going to be performing Downtown Special at Big Bad Game-a-thon, which I believe will be on twitch.tv/Brosentia. Alright, I'll pin that message. On Twitch, at least. I don't know how to do that on multi-chat. If that's a thing that we can do. But anyway, I'm just gonna launch into it here. Here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to Big Bad Game-a-thon. My name is Saria, and I'm going to be showing you probably one of, technically, the better games in Big Bad Whoops. Kunio! Anyway, I'm going to be showing you one of, potentially one of the better, games in Big Bad Game-a-thon this year, but it still has its stuff. Very, very stuffy. I'm going to start over. This is why we do practice. This is why we do practice. Okay. I should have just kept going, but it's too late now. I've started over. All right. Getting that out of the way. What's up, everybody? I'm Saria. Welcome back to Big Bad Game-a-thon. Big Bad Game-a-thon. My name is Saria. Did I already say that? Yes, I did. Oh my god, I'm glad I'm practicing. And I also want to make I want to shout out the run before me, so let me check that out. Let me see what the marathon is. Alf. Okay, it's starting with Alf. Lady Ariana. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. All right. What's up, everybody? I'm Saria. Welcome back to Big Bad Game-a-thon 2025. It started off amazingly with that Alf run. Thank you, Lady Ariana, for that. And I'm going to continue, do my best to follow that with Downtown Special, possibly one of the better games in this Big Bad Game-a-thon, but it's chock full of crap as well. And it should hopefully be entertaining, and I'm going to go ahead and show it off in 3, 2, 1, go. And we start out here, and we're going to check, we're going to change, before I forget, I'm gonna do this. Boom, boom. Okay, 60/40 is fine, and I'm gonna change the text, the message speed to fast. Why am I on the English version? Why is this the English version? What? How is this the English version? Where did that come from? Yeah. Hopefully the run itself is just gonna go, but we're working out the kinks right now, that's for sure. I didn't even know I had the English version on here. And now I don't know where the Japanese version is. What in gosh darn name? Japan. Okay, there it is. I knew something was off as I was looking at the screen. It's like, what? I was looking at mode 1, mode 2, and I all of a sudden didn't know what it meant. I should have taken that as a cue. Anyway. Okay, that helped me remember where things are in the menu, I guess. Okay. Let's do this one more time. This is good practice. What is up, everybody? I'm Saria, and welcome back to Big Bad Game-a-thon 2025. It started off amazingly with Al. Thank you so much, Larry. Thanks, Larry. Thank you, Lady Ariana, for that. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm going to continue and do my best to follow that up, and we're starting off amazingly with Downtown Special, Kunio-kun no Jidai Geki Daio Zenin Shugo, and otherwise known as Downtown Special, Kunio-kun's historical period drama. And this is definitely a historical effort by Technos. It's possibly one of the better games that will be shown here in Big Bad Game-a-thon, but it's still full of stuff. And I'm gonna show you starting in 3, 2, 1, barf. I'm gonna skip some cutscene stuff, and I'm gonna go straight to the pause menu, and I'm gonna siphon my level up stats to a certain growth value, 70 weapon and 30% not weapon, and go down to the settings, set the text to very fast, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the next area before I even check and see anything else that's happening, and jump into the room exits because it is a bit faster to move around in midair. Okay, and the people that I want to fight are right here, but I am not going to worry about them right now. I'm going to just go straight to the gambling house and try to win 5 straight coin flips, because if we don't, then we're going to be in a lot of pain. Thank you so much for the sub, Epsol. It's amazing to see you. We've won 2 straight coin flips. We've won 3 straight coin flips. If we win 1 more, then we have a bit of a buffer. And of course we didn't. Okay, so we lost the that coin flip, and so we just lost 20 minutes. And I don't know why I'm walking out of the room. Oh yeah, because I want a weapon, and there's that one should be fine if I can ever get to it, which is going to be an issue because, as you can see, the game is running at about 10% speed. This is just what's going to happen if we have our AI partner with us. There's nothing we can do about that except take him out. This is the only thing we can do, really. And all of my inputs are being eaten because the game is running at 10% speed. And so I have to get this AI partner off the screen as soon as possible, and by all means necessary. And that just happens to mean destroying him. And you see, I'm not playing as Kunio. I'm playing as his bespectacled sidekick, Sue. And that's because if I were playing as Kunio, I would be slowed down by Kunio's mock kick, but also every time I would try to take out Sue, he would explosively fart and knock down everybody on the screen, including me. And I'm not kidding. So it's much better to not be farted into the ground. Much faster. Okay, that actually went decently well, and I'm going to try to defeat this boss without dying, which is unbelievably difficult whenever you don't start out with all the money, and you can buy an amazing technique which allows you to defeat everybody very easily. This is ridiculous. Oh, and the game ate my input, which is not surprising. Even though there are only 2 people on the screen now, the game still barely works. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. Thank you so much for the sub, Epsol. I really appreciate it. Okay, now we're gonna check the world map and see where the next people we have to fight are. Guess what? They're in the worst area in the game. So, that is one of the core parts of this playthrough, is that we have to... they're in the toilet room! This is the worst room in the entire game. So this will be fun. So this is just the left side of the... Oh, and Kunio's gonna get stuck there. I need to... You see, I can't even fight anybody right now because they're stuck up there. And getting up to them is nearly impossible in this room. And not even my partner AI knows what to do. I can't hit him because the current is moving me so much. So, anytime... yep, I can't chase him. Okay, we got him anyway. So now I have to try to move up to them, which is going to be very difficult to do without leaving the room, especially with the currents moving me, and especially with them doing a bunch of really unpredictable movements. And they're camping as well, so this is about as slow as things could possibly go. But that's Downtown Special. Even if I had gotten the perfect start with the with winning all the coin flips and buying 2 incredible items for completing the game quickly, if they had shown up here, there was nothing I could do. I would have to fight them here. They would not have left the room. I couldn't like manipulate them to move around on the world map and not be in this room. I'm just screwed. If they decide to be here, I'm just screwed. I have to fight them here, and I have to lose about 5 minutes. Because this is about 5 minutes slower to fight here. With these techniques and with the spawns that I got, then pretty much the next closest place that is slow to fight in. And nice, you got up at a very bad time. And you see, when they're lying on their backs in the water, the currents move them at different speeds than they move me when I'm just standing on the ground. And so whenever they end up on their backs, it's basically impossible to hit them. And the only way you can actually defeat enemies is by hitting them while they're on their backs, because you see on the top left part of the screen, my health has 2 parts to it, a top part and a bottom part. The bottom part only goes down whenever I'm on my back, and that is true for all the characters in the game. So I'm waiting whenever they're rolling on the ground like that, I have to wait until they're actually stopped on their back, or else I can't actually defeat them. Pretty Face Guy is not having a good time, and neither am I. I can't hit him because of the current. Where is he going? And so, hopefully you're actually getting a really good idea of why this is in Big Bad Game-a-thon. Because this is really, really bad. Now, this is basically as bad as the game gets. It's hopefully going to be better from here, but this boss fight's going to be impossible with the currents. Even though I have a really nice ranged weapon, it's going to be really, really difficult to keep them together. Especially because I don't have... Okay, that just happened. That was really weird. And he's perfectly surrounding me. This game is really good at doing that. And now they're completely separated, because I couldn't do anything about that either. And now the current moved him right to where I can't hit him. And he hit me. Okay, we got him. And I'm pressing the B button so many times, but the game is eating it every single time. I can't pick this up. Okay, and now we're in the next part of the game where people move toward me on the world map. And that is a godsend. So now, if they end up in places like Issue, the toilet room, and yes, this place is called Issue. It sounds like a sneeze, and it plays like one. I'm going the wrong way, by the way. Because oh my god, they actually got here. I need to lure them out of here. I need to not ever fight in this place again if I can help it. I'm just gonna camp out of here in Kawachi, which is... there are 3 rooms in Kawachi, and all of them are decent to fight in. I'm just gonna wait for the people I need to fight to move here in the map, and yes, they're here now. The people that I just saw in the toilet room are already here, because they move toward you quickly on the world map, and they also move toward you quickly in the actual fights. And there's a boulder over there. I'm actually going... That is a nice boulder. I'm going to pick that up whenever I can and use that instead, because even though it has worse range than the wagon, it deals more... This is fun. Even though it has worse range than the wagon, it deals more damage, and that's going to be... And it knocks people down sooner. That's going to be way better for facing the bosses, because before I get the very good technique for defeating everybody quickly, which I need 1,000 Ryo... Nice timing on that. I need 1,000 Ryo for that first, and I need to not die on the way, because that's probably going to happen, honestly. Because even though I picked up this safer boulder... a boss will very likely get up at an unreactable moment and kill me, because even the regular enemies in this game can just flat out kill you in 1 second or less. Even the very weak clans, like what I'm facing now, and they're getting progressively stronger and stronger and stronger at a very, very rapid clip. So there was also a sound just now. That was a level up sound. That's why I siphoned my stat growth earlier. And now the game is actually kind of moving at a decent... almost full speed, because there was only one person I was fighting there. Okay, now hopefully he's not going to kill me. So he might get up at a perfectly bad time during my weapon swing cooldown and just kill me. He landed on the wagon. Okay, thankfully he was already almost dead. I might just run to Rikachu right now. I have almost enough money to get a very, very, very important item, which I would have been able to get immediately if I had gotten the 5 straight coin flips at the beginning. But I'm hoping that I can actually run into some people on the way. It is very far away, but it is so essential. I'm not running into anybody on the way yet. What's up, Teal? Very good to see you. I am doing a practice run with practice commentary for a marathon that I'm going to be in tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to wait until some people get here. And this is a little awkward. But ideally... Okay, that's not going to work. I need some other people here. Green guys or blue guys would be fine. Blue guys, okay, let's see if they ended up in this place, which would be perfect. Nope, it's this guy. I'm just gonna fight this guy right now. Hopefully he gives me enough money. Or he might kill me. Kunio, don't get... Kunio's gonna get the money! And he's killing me! Whoa! That was pure aggression. Ruthless aggression. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get this 1,000 Rio item. And we're going to equip it immediately. And now the game... Wait. Yes, okay. It confused me because it doesn't just stay on the screen like in other games. I actually have enough money that I can buy this inn as well, which will restore my health. That'll help. Okay, and now the green guys should still be here. They're going to be in one of these 2 rooms. No cliff fight, okay. But now I have a machine gun bolt... Oh no, it was the blue guys. I have a machine gun boulder now. This is just... Okay, Kunio's gonna kill me. It's another reason why you need to take him out as soon as possible, because I have friendly fire turned on to be able to take him out. And which means he can hit you as well. And he can actually completely annihilate you. Just like every single character in this game. There's so much to talk about in this game. This speedrun is basically just doing the same thing over and over and over. That's what this game loop is. But there's just so much to talk about all the same. But yeah, everybody from here on out is getting harder and harder and harder. All of the enemies in this game are incredibly unpredictable, and they like to perfectly space their attacks and perfectly space their movement just like that. I actually don't know how he didn't just destroy me there. He almost perfectly spaced that. And I had no idea when he was going to approach me there. They can just suddenly decide to hit you on any frame. Yep, and nice movement and nice... See, there's... What was I supposed to do? They wait until you're in cooldown and then they strike. Okay, this guy is dangerous because he has a defensive technique which can counter you and deal damage. But thankfully, our machine gun rock disposed of him before he could do any of that. Now we have to face the yellow guys. Let's see if they're in the big old cliff room. They're not, okay. Hopefully they're not in this room. Thank the Lord. Okay, this room is a disaster. We would have been able to see another reason why this game stinks if we had to fight in that room. I might have actually tried to lure them out of that place if that were the case. Okay, but this is a town room, which is perfectly fine to fight in. Wide open, low chance for enemies to get stuck randomly on sides of the room, because that can happen all the time. As you saw in the toilet room earlier, there are lots of places where enemies just don't know what the heck to do. Like, you see, like that. And this is the room where enemies get stuck the least often. And still, stuff like that happens. But these guys are pretty aggressive. I need to be pretty careful, even though we're still in the early game here, technically. See, he picked up that weapon, and it was like there's no animation for it. So he could have picked it up and jumped and thrown it all in the same frame. And that's how unreactable this game is a lot of times. All right, thank you, Machine Gun Wagon, for being so good. And now I don't have to worry as much about the bosses just up and killing me at any moment. Let's check our money and accidentally throw the boulder. And now the green guys are here. Please don't be in this room. Yay! Okay, are they in the cliffs now? But yeah, this is a nice part of the game because all of the required people that we have to face in this part of the game move toward me on the world map. Oh my god, nice throw. They all move toward me on the world map, and so I can just stay where I want to be, and they will get to me. And because I have to face 4 of them in sequence, and they're all on the map at the same time, usually the time I spend fighting some of them allows the other ones to get close to me, and then just be right there. This will not be the case for the entire rest of the game. They will be on the map one at a time from here on out, and a lot of them will be moving away from me on the world map, and so even because I don't have fast travel, they will have time to move away from me as I'm trying to move toward them. And you can just get in this endless terrible dance in this game of never being able to fight the people you need to fight next. And by the way, the game never tells you who you have to fight. Even if this were in a language that I could understand, I could tell you with certainty the game does not tell you who you need to fight, in what order, and what cutscenes you need to activate. It just tosses you into the deep end. And speaking of being tossed into the deep end, we now have to go to a terrible, terrible, terrible place to fight to get to the next people, because I'm pretty sure they are not people that move anywhere on the world map. They just stay put forever. And they're going to stay put in a terrible, terrible place called Izzo. But it's got such happy music. Yeah, I know. Oh my, how did you block that? And Kunio almost destroyed me as I ran past. So this is a place with no traction. It is an ice world, and we have to. The next people that we're required to face are in the worst of the 2 rooms, where the enemies get stuck the most often, and they can surprise you the most, and it's just god awful. And fighting the boss here is a freaking nightmare. No matter which side of the room you spawn them on, it's just terrible to fight the boss here. So we're in trouble, because the game just decided to randomly spawn these next guys here, and there's nothing I can do about it. And one guy is already stuck all the way on the left, and so this is going to cause the game to do something called early single spawns, because when one guy stays alive for a very long time, the game gets confused and stops spawning people in, like, the registry order, and then I will have to face people one by one, which makes the game run faster, but it's faster to fight 2 at a time. It's also more dangerous to fight 2 at a time, so sometimes I am going to intentionally fight 1 at a time. Especially later on when things get scary. What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to intentionally spawn the boss on the left, because fighting the boss on the right is just really, really, really bad. It's bad on the left too, because you have to just wait for them to get to you. There's nothing you can really do. But it's better than fighting them on the right. Fighting the boss on the right side of the stage is one of the worst places to fight a boss in the game. Okay, there's the boss. You can tell because the music activated. And now they're all the way up there, so I have to wait for him to get to me, and this is a really bad boss to wait for, because he has a brutal technique that can destroy me in an instant. But we also have a brutal technique that can destroy him in an instant, so it's all fine. That's all fine too. He asked to join me, and we're not really going to take advantage of that, but it's okay. And I talked about toss-ups earlier, and we have to go to toss-up. I'm not entirely sure what is best here. Oh, right, that's just a teleport thing. Okay, whatever. Let's just go this way. That is all the way on the other side of the world. So now we have to take a very, very long time to get to the next place. There's nothing we can do because we don't have fast travel, and these guys, I'm pretty sure, do not move toward you on the world map at all, and so they're just gonna stay there forever, so we just have to suck it up. And hope that we're going the right way, because Tossa is really weird to get... Actually, hold on. I think you can get to Tossa from here. I completely forget. Tossa is the worst place to... I never ever remember how to get to Tossa. I've been playing this game since I was a kid, and I never remember how to get to Tossa. Is it here? Okay, thank you. Okay, they're in one of the random, like... So, another confusing thing about this game, this place, there's only one exit, but if you enter the top or bottom part of the exit, it takes you to different rooms. I entered the top room that time that did not have the people I needed to fight. Now they're here, because I entered the bottom part. And this is one of the most unpredictable and scary gangs in the entire game. They are impossible to react to. They have perfect spacing all the time. They like to camp until the exact moment that you're not expecting them to run in. Yep, look at that spacing. Okay. They're a little bit nerfed in this room, but not much. But yeah, you never know what they're about to do. They're thinking dangerous, deadly thoughts at all times. They're the purple guys of death. Oh god, here they come. Oh my god, that was actually really close. I had to be dead perfect there because that guy put me in a really bad situation where I was going to be surrounded no matter what and flanked. Where are you going? Okay, thanks for that. Okay, they weren't that bad that time, thankfully. Now for this boss, he's going to be a little weird to fight in this stage. Not bad. Now, where do the next people spawn? The brown people are in the worst part of the game. Let's see if they're in the toilet room. I apologize for calling them the brown people. I could probably come up with better ways to describe them. They're the people dressed in brown clothing. Also, this is a cutscene now, so I should do this now. There. It's not a boss fight anymore for some reason, and now it's a required cutscene, which the game does not tell you about. So now we have to try to get back to Eshu and pray that they're not in the toilet room, which I have a bad feeling about. We just gotta run, 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 run. Hope you're all enjoying this run so far. Run, 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 run. These dark gray people we do not have to fight. Again, the game does not tell you any of what you're supposed to be doing in any order. If you had fought those dark gray people, then no progression would have been done. Except in the quality up version of the Kunio-kun and Double Dragon Brawler Bundle port of this game. And guess what? They don't tell you that that's changed in the quality up version. And the current pushed me off, so I can't even get to where I'm trying to go. Because this is the toilet room. It's impossible to even move around in this room. Oh my god, we did it. Okay. But this is also a bad room. He just knocked me out of the room, and oh my god. He knocked me out of the room, I no longer have a weapon, and he knocked me back into the toilet room. So now I have to try and go back and get a weapon here. I guess I'll... That's a wall, by the way. I will try to restore some of my health. Yes, I am the world record holder in every single category in this game except one. But it's just ridiculous. Kunio, what are you doing? I need to destroy you. This place also has a lot of water and a lot of places where people can get stuck, but it's not nearly as bad as the toilet room. But it's still bad. There's still people floating on their backs and being really, really hard to chase down. Still incredibly laggy. Yeah, look at how fast that guy moves on the current. And he's moving like the opposite direction that I am, and it's so unpredictable. Somebody's stuck somewhere. They're on the left. I can only basically tell by the sounds what happens to people when they get stuck, when they're not on the screen. That guy doesn't know what to do. I might have to go up and chase them. That's fine, I guess. He's gonna be stuck down there. Hello, pretty face guy. And he's camping, and he doesn't know what he's doing. Can't really tell what's going on. I have to take them out separately because that guy was suddenly aggroed and I was surrounded. Oh, there's more. Oh, yes. Sideburns! Hello! So I guess I'm gonna have to face the boss on the left. Again, I can't really start the fight before he stops talking here, so I just have to wait for him to get down here, and this is even harder to line up because of the currents. This guy can transform into me, but I'm not gonna let him. Alright, next we have the Dragon Twins, and they're in another one of the worst areas in the game, because that's just what happens all the time in this game. It is very unlikely for you to be able to fight people in good places in this game, especially often, and that's part of what getting the world record in this is all about, is just getting ridiculously freaking lucky all the freaking time. And this place is ridiculously terrible to fight, again, because everybody gets stuck everywhere, but you see how long it takes me to get going once I start running? This place has zero friction. Or, it's zero traction. Like, the ice place has zero friction. This place has zero traction. This nerfs the enemies, thankfully, but it also nerfs you really badly. It makes it really hard to move around here, which also slows things down. Okay, that was really awkward. Yeah, these guys also have the unpredictable AI. So the fact that they're slowed down in here is not a bad thing. I'm actually going to stay with the wagon here and go with the safety of the range. And yeah, people can just get hit and knocked down and recover in midair all the time and just get in that endless loop. But it's alright. This game, everything's fine. This game is just perfect. And I don't mean to disparage this game. I genuinely love this game. And I think it is pretty good. It's just really quirky. And it's going to be really difficult to fight these guys in this room. I just have to play defense here. I only have to actually defeat one of them because the other one's just going to run away. So I just have to not die. Hello? That was interesting. Okay, so that guy's defeated. The other one's going to run away. Get out of here. Alright, and now I'm going to have to chase the same gang down. Hopefully they're not in the first room of Rikachu. That would be really, really bad. I know how to get there quickly from here. Let's just go this way. What was that? Hello, another cutscene that just happened. Very good. I needed that. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be at the beginning of the game, but okay. And now we gotta go to the mountains by not going up the hill. Please don't be here. Thank you. Okay. If people fall in the lava in this room, you just have to wait 16 years. Every single... it's terrible. Okay, they're in the town, which is pretty good. We can get there by falling. Whee! Okay, so they're not going to be nerfed here. I thankfully have a wide open space to be able to fight them and try to not get myself flanked all the time, but it is still going to be scary. Okay, Kunio's down. I need to stay in the middle of the room and cover different spawning. That guy spawned on the left and got immediately stuck. That's one of the few ways that people can get stuck in towns. Stop doing what you're doing, please. He's going to be stuck on the... I can't hit him off the left side of the screen. Whenever people roll off the right side of the screen, I can hit them... their hurt box is still loaded. He's going to run into the wall again. But when they fall off the left side of the screen, their hurt box is deloaded, so you can't deal any damage. You just have to wait. And the faster the faster the enemies get, the faster they roll. And so we're gonna be spending like a lot of this end game just watching people roll off the screen uncontrollably. Like that! He started rolling like 70% across the right of the screen, and he ended up deloaded off the left. That is exactly what I was talking about. And look at their weird AI. I can't really tell what's going on. I have to try to not... Okay, what is... Okay. This game is perfect. I'm not going to collect that coin because I don't want to be immediately destroyed by an ambush from the right. But no, we got single spawns. Okay, now we only have to fight a single guy, so this will be a lot easier. And down he goes. What's my money at? Okay, so now I'm going to, hopefully... I'm going to go into this room and hope that the waterfall is gone. So I can access a secret shop. Very nice. And buy an item for 3,000. I hope this is it. I can't read Japanese. That was it. Okay, so now we have the instant travel map cursor, which, as, like, now can you tell why I would have saved 20 minutes if I had gotten all of the coin flips and gotten a bunch of money at the beginning, and gotten the map cursor right at the beginning, so I could instant travel across the entire game right from the start instead of having to go on wild goose chases for the entire time? Question mark? Alright, that was a required cutscene that the game does not tell you have to do. They are an Aishu as well, and they're in this room again. This playthrough is in love with Aishu right now. Wow, that's 3 Aishu fights. Okay. This run really wants to... it's September, and the game wants to go to the Kalahari Resort just for one last little summer jamboree. Okay, I respect it. Kunio's down. I'm flanked on either side, so I'm not going to deal with that. That guy's gonna be confused up there. No, he actually came right down. Good for him. That guy is right next to me, but he's stuck. Like, they just reach certain seams in the stage, and they have no idea what to do. It doesn't matter how close to you they are, they just suddenly just break. There's so many places like that in the game where people just completely get stuck and then you have to spend a lot of time chasing after them. Oh, this current is so horrible to fight against. Hopefully I'm not making it look as bad as it is. Pretty face guy! Pretty face guy in the water! Alright, weapon guy's coming down. Okay, he came down to the right side, and pretty face guy is gone because of the current. I couldn't really chase him. And now he is moving like a god. Okay, so if I were trying to go as fast as possible, I would try to hit this guy instead of having to wait for his text. This is just a cutscene, but I can't go up and hit him because he's really far away on the map. We have to go into the worst room of this place again to activate another cutscene so that we can actually progress the game. Again, the game does not tell you have to do this cutscene to spawn the next people. It's all very perfect. And this time I am going to jump up here and stop the cutscene early because I'm swaggy and amazing. Oh my goodness, Aishu again! They're not in the toilet room. They're in the one good room of Aishu. Oh my goodness, that could have been an absolute... Look at this guy take Kunio to space. And Kunio I'm dead because Kunio knocked the weapon out of my hand. And now he has my weapon. Is there a weapon over here? Not a good one. Okay, so I just got Kunio'd. I'm going to keep on reloading this room until I get a weapon I can use. Not much I could do about that. That is what we call a deadly pattern in Kunio games. This could take a long time. That's all because Kunio just randomly happened to... Okay, we'll take this if the game lets me press the button, which it did. And nice job surrounding me on the one place I couldn't cover you. Nice job. Okay, Kunio's dead. That's very nice. Sorry, Kunio. Alright, so this is the second to last fight in the game, and so the enemies are getting to ludicrous strength and unpredictability. I need to hope the next guy doesn't spawn on the right. Okay, he didn't. And now I'm just gonna fight people one-on-one because I could get killed immediately by these guys. Yep, let's play it safe. Thankfully, I'm in a town room, so I have the inn right there if I need it. Whoa, look at that movement. And now they're starting to block pretty often, too. I'm just gonna hit that guy and get him into a better place. Like heaven. Okay, let's not be too aggressive in case he spawns on the right. He did not. Hello, pretty face guy. Okay, that's a single spawn. We only have to fight one guy here, thankfully. It's this guy. The other guy's just gonna run away. He's dressed in black this time. He's gonna be showing up again, dressed in red again. And he will be the final boss. Alright, where are they gonna be? I have to... Oh, they're in a bad place again. And we have to run all the way across the room to get to them. Whatever. Alright, this is gonna be a really awkward place to do the final boss fight. I actually fully expect to die here. I can't do anything. Kunio's just gonna keep striking until I fall down. Nothing I could do. I just have to get out of there. Kunio's... He's letting out all of his anger from this entire run of being mistreated. I was beholden only to him. He was the man in charge. And he's gonna roll off the left side of the screen. Never mind, okay. There we go. Okay, he's done. That guy's rolling off the left side of the screen. That guy's still alive. Okay, this is a very, very slow start. But we're in the swamp. That's just how the swamp goes. Kazuke. I'm gonna wait and hit them both at the same time. Because they're nerfed here, I'm gonna go ahead and collect both coins. That guy's stuck. They get into that little puddle like a funnel all the time, and then they just get stuck there and never do anything. And it's actually really hard to hit him there because he's so much lower than me. And so it can make his hurt box not really be accessible. Oh no, he has the weird fishy thingy. The tree stump is really difficult to actually defend. I don't know how I did it there. Still got double spawns. Here he comes. He got right into the perfect place where I can't hit him. Okay, single spawns now. I actually don't want the boss to spawn on the left. I want him to spawn in the middle. Okay, I did the right thing there. There was nothing I could do. He spawned on the left anyway. Okay, now I just have to pray that he doesn't kill me. Again, thankfully he's nerfed here by running at me quite slowly compared to other rooms. He just bounced off of the hill. Again, okay. He's done, and now the only thing we have left to do is go down here and go back to this house, and time. That is Downtown Special, Kunio-kun's historical period drama in less than 40 minutes. The game was just obsessed with Eishu that run. It had no issue with Eishu. So yeah, it's a lot of the same thing over and over and over and over, except just about anything in the world could happen as you're doing the same thing over and over and over. And I promise you, like, it may seem like the only reason that I'm able to complete this somewhat smoothly, which is still not smooth when you don't have the map cursor for most of the game, is because I've done this a million times and I know exactly what to do. First I'm going to say no here. They were asking Kunio if he wants to settle down with, oh my goodness gracious, I forget her name. I feel so bad. I'm the worst Kunio fan. Yeah, I know this game so well, right? To settle down with her, the lady on the screen, and, like, be a part of the town, and all be happy family. But Kunio, I said no, because I'm a poophead, and Kunimesa is like, but an aimless wanderer. By the way, this is all a Japanese high school play. Jidaigeki means a period play. So in the Kunio world, whenever you put on a high school play, they go all out with the aggression and the real-life fighting, as you would expect in the River City Ransom world. That's just the way they do it. But now here she comes because she can't take no for an answer, and so we get, like, the good ending. The special ending, at least. And Kunio is the one who gets all the reward, even though he was, I guess, taking all the hits and taking all the pain does deserve some reward there. But yes, and our hero gets a nosebleed because kissing is lewd. But yeah, there's just the only way, basically, if you don't know what to do in this game, and you don't know where to go before you play, you just have to randomly fight people and pray that it's going to trigger flags that progress you through the game. There's no linear places you have to go, like from left to right forever to progress, just like not chronologically, but like geographically. Any of the progress can happen in any room at any time. It's all just who you fight in what order, and they can appear in any room in the game randomly. And some of them will never leave those rooms, and some of them try to run away from you on the map. It's an experience. And I hope that you enjoyed the experience of watching it here in Big Bad Game-a-thon 2025. I really, really appreciate you picking it up for this. Yeah, it's still a decent game. It's just really, really, really quirky and ambitious to a massive fault, and I love it. I think it's great. It's a heck of a thing. Bop, bop, bop. I didn't hit a single pitch there. Rats. Yeah, the nosebleed is from pressure in the head from annoyance because he did all the work. Thank you for the GG, Zepsil. And yeah, enjoy the next run. Thank you so much for having me. I'll be back on Sunday with a game called Maki Paw of Fury, which is also pretty good, but also, you know, you'll see what its stuff is. Until then, enjoy the marathon. Thank you so much. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We had to get through a couple of misfires there. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of Eishu. Honestly, for the purposes of Big Bad Game-a-thon, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I get all the worst rooms in the entire game. Like, if I get the lava room and somebody falls into the lava, it would just serve as a good example of why this game has some faults. So I wouldn't mind too much. But yeah, I need to try to prioritize getting Grand Slam immediately so that I don't die. I really want to make this a deathless run if at all possible, so I really need to take a good look at my money all the time, and if I'm close to getting 1,000, I really should just run straight to Rikachu. And just do that at all costs. Awesome. So, yeah, to get to Tossa, you have to go through Hizen. It's just really painful. There are probably other ways to do it, but I'm just gonna go with what I know. Let's just do a few celebratory box sleds for a moment here. That was too late. Ha! Choked. Late, I guess. Perfect. Oh no, not perfect. Messed up the shakedown. I was early again. Whoa, my finger was not even on the button yet, on the D-pad. Choked! There we go. I can't dash! Alright, yep. That's okay. I actually need to stop now as well, because I also need to get ready for sleep, because I've got an early morning tomorrow. And because this is a lovely opportunity for me to be able to support friend Zizy Swirl. Because she should be just now getting started here. Yes. Okay. So, very, very, very short stream there. Just getting in a practice run for Big Bad Game-a-thon. So, I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'm scheduled for tomorrow, September 19th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. With this game. Or not this game, with Downtown Special. Yes, I switched games. This game. And then, yeah, so this is just a fun little event where we're showing off some interestingly bad games. Or, you know, games that are memorable for interesting reasons. And I will be back with a second run for the marathon on Sunday at basically the same time, like 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be with Maki Paw Fury. I'll be back with streams of like de-rusting that game. But the next thing I'm going to be doing probably is tomorrow on twitch.tv/Brosensha for Big Bad Game-a-thon 2025. So, until then, I'm going to support friend Zizy. I wish all of you the very best that life has to offer. And have a beautiful one. Dream on, folks. Peace. Thank you so much. Take care.